Hey there math fans, welcome to Test 12, Lesson 5. Grab your swords and let's go. So today we're going to talk about how to describe slides and how to list all possible combinations in a problem. We'll start by describing slides. So here we have an example from the textbook. Kendra has 3 tiles to put on the kitchen floor. She placed the first tile with vertex A at 3, 1. She wants to move the tile to the right 3 units and up 5 units. What will be the new coordinates for Kendra's tiles? So you can see here, here's her tile, and it's been labeled A, B, C, D. Vertex means corner, so she has vertex A at 3, 1, and she wants to move it 3 right and up 5. So here's Kendra's translation. She says, I'll move the tile using the rule right 3 units and up 5 units, which we can write, this is really important, so please notice this. We can write it as R3, U5. So vertex A moves from 3, 1 to 6, 6, and you can see she did that here. She went 1, 2, 3, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here it is. Then she translates the other vertices using the same rule, and she labels the image tile A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. That's what those little slashes mean after it. Tiles A, B, C, D, and A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, I feel like I'm talking about a futuristic killer robot, are congruent, so they're exactly the same size and shape. And here's the communication tip. When you transform a shape, you create its image. The image vertices often have prime symbols. For example, the image of ABC is A prime, B prime, C prime. You read triangle ABC as triangle ABC, and triangle, well, this thing, as triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. So here's another example. Kendra placed tile KLMN on the grid. We're going to translate it using the rule L6, D7 and label the image K prime, L prime, M prime, N prime. Wow. So I have a square ready to go here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to go L6 first. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done my L6. Now I'm going to go D7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that's my translation. It's done, and now I just have to label it. And there it is labeled. So I have translated KLMN L6 D7 to create square K prime, L prime, M prime, N prime. Here's another version of that question. Describe the rule used to translate QRST to Q prime, R prime, S prime, T prime. So here's the prime one. Here's the regular one. Now when I want to calculate something like this, the easiest thing to do is just pick one vertex. So I'm going to pick Q and see where it moved. So I'm going to start by moving it left because I can see it went left. So I know that my rule is going to start with left. And it's going to move to this, which is 5, 6, 7. So I'll move it over to the 7, and that is going to take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it moved left 6. Then moving up, I can see it moved to 10. So moving up to 10, which is this line here, is going to take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it was left 6, up 6. I really only have to do one vertex because the other ones are going to move the same way. So that saves me a lot of time. Some of you I know are already wondering about the brackets. It's just another thing we do to keep it straight and keep it simple. And that's all there is to describing translations. L and R stand for left and right, U and D stand for up and down. Now let's look at how you can list possible combinations when you're solving a problem. In the game of basketball, 2 points are scored for a regular basket, 3 points for baskets scored from outside the 3-point circle, and 1 point for a foul shot. Marcy scored 32 points during one game. 6 of these points came from foul shots. How many regular and how many 3-point shots could she have made? So I'm going to underline my important information. I know that I could score 2 points or 3 points. I don't really care where they're from because that's not what the question asks. And 1 point for a foul. I know she scored 32 points. I know that 6 were from foul shots. And the question is how many regular and how many 3-point shots could she have made? Now you can do whatever you want. I like to rewrite the information that's important, so I'm going to do that. And I also got rid of the question just because it was taking up too much room. So she can either have 2 or 3-point shots. I want to know how many of each. I know that she scored 32 points and 6 were from fouls, which means that if she scored 6 from fouls, I can take that out of the 32. It's not writing very nicely. So really what I'm looking for is how many ways can 3 and 2 go together to make up 26. The easiest way to do this is by making an organized list. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have 3 and 2. And I'm going to try to get them to total to 26. So I think I'm actually going to add another little column in here where I can get the total. So for example, 26. Can I get to 26 with just 3s? No, I can't, but I can get to 24. So if I have 8 3s, that would be 24, and then 1, 2, that adds up to 26. So that's one way I could do it. Now, I want to try to stay organized, so I'm not going to jump all over the place. I'm going to stick with my 3s as high as I can. There's no other way she could have 8 3s, so let's see, what if she had 7 3s? So that would be 21. And then I would need 5 to make 26, so that's not going to work. Let's try 6. 6 times 3 is 18, which would mean I need 8 more points, so that would be 4. So that works. If I try 5, I have a feeling that's not going to work because 15, yeah, I'll need 11 to make 26, and I can't make 11 out of 2s. What if I had 4, though? Then I would have 12 points over here, and I would need 14 to make 26, so that would be 7 2s. And I'm going to skip 3 because I'm already seeing a pattern. If I have 3, I'll have 9, which is an odd number. That's not going to work. But if I have 2, then that's going to give me 6, and 10 of these bad boys will give me 20, which will make 26. 1 won't work for the 3, but 2s, I could have 13 2s as well. So I don't have room for that on my chart. I'm going to squish it in really tiny up here. And those are all the different ways that she could make 32 points, or 26 points rather, from 2 and 3 point shots. So here's a problem for you to try. Joe is getting ready to go on a trip. He lays out all of his clothes to get ready for packing. Joe has 3 t-shirts, 2 pairs of pants, a pair of dress shoes, and a pair of runners. Assuming he wears a t-shirt, a pair of pants, and something on his feet every day, how many different outfits can he make? Now, if you're going to make a chart, I strongly recommend you refer to the shirts by color. I would use O for orange, B for brown, G for green. It'll just make your life easier. Pause the video here, give that a try, and when you come back, I'll have the answer for you. So here are all the possible outfits, and notice I didn't say they were all good outfits, but they're possible. So I started with the orange t-shirt, and notice I kept going with the orange t-shirt until I ran out of possible combinations. You want to stay organized. So I did orange with jeans and dress shoes, and then before I moved on I said, is there anything else I can do with the orange and the jeans? Yes, running shoes. I'm out of things to do with orange and jeans, so I switched to the orange with the army pants and the dress shoes. Orange with army pants and the running shoes, and now I'm out of things to do with the orange shirt. So then I had the green, the blue jeans and the dress shoes, green, blue jeans and running shoes, green army pants and dress shoes, green army pants and running shoes, brown jeans, dress shoes, brown jeans, running shoes, brown army pants, dress shoes, brown army pants, red shoes. These are all the different outfits. So if you were doing this on a test for a sentence for this one, I would just write, these are all the different outfits he can make. I would not try to list all of these in a sentence because that would be ridiculous. And that's it, we're done. So here is your review for the day. In the grid shown, describe the rule used to translate ABC, triangle ABC, to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. And last, Jill scored 55 points playing darts on the board below. She threw as many darts as she liked, and what are the different ways she could score 55 points? So she could throw as many darts as she wanted to. What are all the different ways she could make 55 out of those numbers? That's it. Get those done, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.